Welcome back to Dyslexia Works. This is Tony Howells in the third series of videos, Dyslexia Explanation. Today we're going to talk about intelligence. You will notice from now on I use three ways of describing this issue we have. The what, i.e. how it affects us, the why, what's going on, and what can we do about it. Actions we can take to change the problem into an advantage. You're intelligent, but others perceive you as having difficulty reading, writing and spelling. Often we, dyslexic people, have a very high IQ. Often that's in the top 5% of our age cohort. And there is a mismatch in our learning capabilities. For example, we may be very good at maths or art or music or something like that, but very poor at languages. Remember, please remember, we are not stupid. The why. The reality is much different. Dyslexia manifests itself as not being able to read, write and spell very well. But this really is just how it becomes noticeable. If you imagine a computer that has not much RAM memory and it's running loads of open programs, that's what it really feels like. Our senses are often heightened. We notice smell, noise, heat, light, movement. So part of our working memory is already overwhelmed dealing with all those open programs, dealing with the smell in the room, dealing with movement, dealing with the light, dealing with the heat. So straight away our memory to deal with things is a little slower than other people's. We often become overstimulated by movement and noise, which makes our senses even more heightened, again taking up memory. I particularly find movement and noise very distracting and very difficult to deal with. Acceptance of the way you are and how you work is the first step into making some changes. We need to free up working memory to allow you the space you need to work on important things. Remember, when we were a small child, we learned by visual pictures. Pictures paint 1,000 words, or at least they say it does. Dyslexic people never lose this ability. In fact, this ability is enhanced and is often our preferred way of working. So let's use this pictures. If we can deal with those and learn and understand things quicker using pictures, that's an advantage that I was talking about earlier. So what can we do about it? It sounds too simple. We need a place to learn and work where things do not distract us. It does sound far too simple, but it's very true. Particularly, we need to cut down the things that distract us to allow us to work in a much more supported environment, which is a little harder if you're a child in a school. I found sitting in the quietest place in the room, where there was the least movement and noise, very helpful. For me, this was often right in front of the teacher and right at the front of the class. At work, find a place in the office or workplace that is quiet. Least amount of footfall, least amount of phones ringing and people talking, with good daylight, no smell from kitchens and noise from other people. And in this day and age, often that can be working from home. Why not work from home? We can do it. We have the technology these days, and particularly over the last few weeks in the 2020 pandemic, we've proved we can do it. Today, we can buy noise-cancelling headphones, and the uncanny truth about noise-cancelling headphones is simple. The more you pay, the better they are. These will help the largest distraction of all, reducing noise. When you do all these, you will find working, reading, writing and other tasks much more rewarding and less frustrating. And moreover, you will make far fewer mistakes. So it's the better way of learning. It's the better way of working. When we have learning to do, by reading as an example, do this learning first thing in the morning, when you're less tired and the brain is fresh. The same with writing. Do it first thing in the morning. You'll find it much simpler and easier. The takeaway from this is really simple. Free up as much working memory as possible to reduce the impact of your dyslexia on you whilst you're working, whether at school or whether at home or whether out somewhere. Doesn't matter where you are, in your job, in whatever environment. Free up as much working memory as possible. Thank you for listening today to Dyslexia Works. The next talk in this series will be about reading.